M.uslims around world unite against Trump Malaysia PM screams after Jerusalem declaration. Najib Razak told Muslims at an annual gathering of his ruling party in Kuala Lumpur they should reject the actions of Donald Trump to move the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. He said, "I call on all Muslims across the world to let your voices be heard, make it clear that we strongly oppose any recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital for all time. Both Palestine and Israel have a territorial claim to the contested capital, and the international community has previously agreed that two separate states for the groups should be created. War has intermittently broken out between Israel and Palestine for more than half a century over a bitter land dispute. Since Trump reversed decades of U.S. policy by recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, there have been scenes of anger from Muslims across the Middle East. Listening to Mr. Razak's calling, demonstrators threw coins and other objects at the U.S. Embassy in Tel Aviv as they voiced their outrage at the controversial announcement. Protesters also shouted slogans against the U.S. president as they brandished Turkish flags during another rally at Fatih Mosque in Istanbul, Turkey. In Jordan, demonstrators flooded the capital Amman, inhabited by Palestinian refugees, with youths chanting anti-American slogans. In the Baqa refugee camp on Amman's outskirts, hundreds roamed the streets denouncing Trump and urging Jordan to scrap its 1994 peace treaty with Israel as they chanted, "Down with America. America is the mother of terror." And angry Palestinians switched off Christmas lights at Jesus' traditional birthplace in the West Bank town of Bethlehem, where a tree adorned with lights outside Bethlehem's Church of the Nativity, where Christians believe Jesus was born, was plunged into darkness. All Palestinian factions called for a general strike and protest rallies to go ahead at midday on Thursday. Meanwhile, the Tunisian labor union UGTT announced Trump's speech was tantamount to a declaration of war. Leaders around the world have also condemned Trump's announcement, with Theresa May calling it unhelpful. There are fears that recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel could destabilize the already fractious region. There are also fears that new rifts between countries could form as Muslim countries follow the advice of Malaysia's Mr. Razak and unite against Trump. Theresa May condemned the controversial action as she reiterated the UK's support for continued negotiations between Israel and Palestine in a bid to prevent a worldwide religious divide. Mrs. May said, "We disagree with the U.S. decision to move its embassy to Jerusalem and recognize Jerusalem as the Israeli capital before a final status agreement. We believe it is unhelpful in terms of prospects for peace in the region. The British embassy to Israel is based in Tel Aviv and we have no plans to move it."